Yeah, I can hear you, Malcolm.
All right, Coach. 35-14 final. Thought we had some early chances offensively. Looked like we might have had an opportunity to hit a big play to Solo Lewis that could have possibly been a touchdown, and obviously got the ball inside first and goal on the 5. Had another opportunity starting on the 40. Just one of those things where, if you're going to beat a team like Arkansas Road, those are the kind of opportunities you got to take advantage of early in the ball game, right?
Yeah, you have to, and I think we had a lot of opportunities early in that first quarter, in the second quarter, in the first half for our football team to take advantage of, and we failed to do that. In terms of turnovers, we failed to take advantage of turnovers that we created. We failed to take advantage of short fields and the momentums that we created with special teams plays. We just failed to do that, and I guess it's a good team like Arkansas is. It's going to be hard to overcome that, and those are the plays early in a game that you could potentially put some distance between yourself and a good opponent like that you're going to need, because at some point they're going to hit a few things and they're going to score. They have an explosive quarterback, and you saw that tonight in terms of his running ability. And so I was proud of how our kids played. I think at the end on defense, I think we ran out of gas a little bit, and then really in the second half on offense, we really in particular late in the third, fourth quarter, we woke up and played. But by that point, it squandered so many great opportunities to help your football team.
Talk a little bit about the fake field goal and the fake punt. I love it. Pulled both of them off, and they were both very successful. Just talk about those two plays.
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't capitalize on them. I think we did a great job, the field goal team did, in terms of executing it. And Coach Sharp, every single week, does a really good job from the scheme standpoint of trying to identify where can we take advantage of a team from or in the return game, and then also from that standpoint, and he did a great job. Our kids executed it very well in terms of our specialists and the guys up front, and it's just unfortunate when you have execution like that. We weren't able to take advantage of it in terms of getting points on the board.
I thought defensively that first quarter and early in the second quarter, that defense played really well. They were pretty much shutting down everything Arkansas wanted to do. And again, like you said, I think they kind of wore down in that second half.
Yeah, I think in the fourth quarter, you could tell in that last drive where, again, from an execution standpoint on special teams, I think our guys did a great job of executing on the onside, and pinning, Arkansas deep, and had 85 yards to go, and you felt pretty good in terms of having an opportunity to get a quick 3 and out and getting the ball back. But we, technique-wise, didn't tackle well that last drive. We dropped our head, we lunged a lot, but I mean, in the first half, I think in particular the first quarter, our guys played a physical style just like they have all season long, and they had some explosive playmakers in terms of their skill players and running back, and the Armstrong kid, Satanga, and the quarterback again on third downs. That was the one thing that concerned us on conversion downs, is his ability to scramble, and he definitely hurt us tonight on that.
But you look on third down, I mean, they were only 1 of 11 on third down in this ball game. The defense did well on third down. Yeah,
that's what we've talked a lot, again, every single week in terms of conversion downs. I think the opposite of that is we didn't convert enough on third downs on offense. And again, it's still chasing a complete game in terms of playing offensively, defensively, and special teams, a complementary football game. And you got another crack at it next week, and our last home game of the season, and get to honor the seniors that have done a lot for this program, and need to end this season the right way.
Just curious, last question. I saw you and Sam Pittman down there. It looked like he had some words for you. If you don't mind sharing, what was he telling you?
I think he was just very complimentary of how hard our kids played. Our kids are a physical group, they're a scrappy group, and they fight. And he was just very complimentary of that.
Well, Sonny, we appreciate it. Hey, happy Thanksgiving. We will see you next Saturday at Joe Ice Stadium.
Thanks, Malcolm. Appreciate it.
Jacob returns the interception to the 19. Obviously, the bobbled snap back to the 25, and then Buck misses. I guess, what did you see execution-wise after you got down inside the 5?
I think we had the false start also. So we basically had 2 negative plays. The false start, which, you prepare your players because you knew they were going to shift from a 3 down to a 4 down in a lot of those situations. Anytime it's in a critical situation, they've done that. And we false start, and it backs us up. And, we pumped crowd noise on Thursday and Friday into our practices because we knew it was going to be a loud place. And, the same thing happened to us on Friday's practice for whatever reason, just whether it was somebody said anything, I don't know what it was. And in terms of he just shot the ball back there, we weren't ready. He thought he heard somebody, and so he snapped it back, and then it pushes us so far back where you're in a position to have a chip shot field goal, and then we just back ourselves up. And from the execution standpoint, there it's pretty tough to overcome that against a really against a good defense.
know Zach obviously recovered the other fumble that they had. I thought he just had a great night, obviously coming back to Arkansas. I guess what you see from him overall?
Yeah, I thought he was very focused, just like he is every week. I mean, Zach is a extremely focused kid and has been a lot for our program, and he played that really well tonight. He made a lot of plays, and then in particular early, and he made a couple tackles for loss, and really showed up in a big way. And you know, again, it's unfortunate in terms of momentum and creating it where we have stops and takeaways on defense to where you have a chance to, and we really haven't been able to do that. Didn't tend to do it tonight, and hadn't this season.
Had their quarterback Taylor Green off his, it seemed like he was off his rhythm in that first quarter. What changed, do you think, that got him maybe a little bit more?
You know, I think his legs always help him, just because that's always, from a throwing standpoint, you know, if the coverages we're giving him different looks, if we were getting to him a little bit in terms of our pass rush and our line games, making his life a little bit uncomfortable in the pocket. I think his legs were able to bail him out a little bit. And then, you know, I think they did do a good job, you know, in terms of the third quarter of adjusting and being able to attack some of our zones with some of their underneath stuff. And so he was able to get into rhythm. And then again, even when they needed a play or had a big play, you know, his legs were usually involved in it.
Yeah, how tough is that? I think one of them was a fourth down, you know, one stop away from getting ball back. Those type of plays, how tough is that to maybe recover from an emotional standpoint even?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have plays like that, it's difficult to recover. And our kids have done it a lot this year. Our team has been able to recover and been able to bounce back in situations like that. And, you know, that's the extra element that you have, the quarterback like that, in terms of being able to keep plays alive when you have everybody covered. And even when you have somebody that's accounting for them, that somebody's, you know, has got to be in the right spot with his ability to break tackles and make people miss.
What were the challenges for your offense against them, their defense?
Yeah, they playing in the 3 down front. You know, we didn't do a great job in the run game, and really they took away a lot of the RPO stuff. You know, with their safeties being in the throwing lanes, and we're able to rally to it. And I don't think we won enough and created enough space up front, honestly, versus their 3 down in terms of being effective enough in the run game. And then, you know, I think we missed a few things from a whole shot standpoint, and different things we try to do, attacking their zones at quarterback. You know, those are the things that you have a small margin for error to start off with. And you know, we were able to create some takeaways. You know, we had some positives with our special teams, and I think credit to Arkansas. I mean, they did a good job from their standpoint, schematically, of keeping everything in front of them and being able to affect the quarterback at times. Of course, Landon Jackson's a great pass rusher, and that really made his presence known really late in that third or early fourth quarter with the sack there and the back tackle for loss. And so they did a great job.
I know there's still one game left, but you know, obviously you guys missed out on a bowl game again. I guess just how do you kind of weigh, you know, obviously you felt like last week there was an uncommon belief and kind of response from the guys, but at the same time, like still not getting to the postseason like you want. How do you kind of weigh those two things? Yeah,
I think that, you know, the way our kids played today was, again, reflective of their effort and their buy-in and their belief. And you know, it's been a you know, an uncommon season in the standpoint of how games have ended for us. In certain cases, you know, and I think they have felt it, and they have seen, you know, the progress and how we played in particular defensively, and how much we've improved and played on that side of the football. I think on special teams, a couple of our units are in the tops in the country, and probably top 25 to 30 in the country from a standpoint, special teams wise. And you know, bottom line is we've got to play better on offense, and it's collectively. I mean, it's everybody involved with that. And so, you know, it's always going to be a challenge, you know, to finish things out right. But I expect this guys to be able to bounce back and to have a great week next week and to send our seniors out on the right foot.
All right, Coach.